I hope you're having a great day. This is Alvaro Torres with Ensoners, a Latin American network. You came into the game after Tyler Hicks with injury and had a couple of really big catches last week. How do you stay mentally ready to go and play despite any adversities?
I think I just do what I've been doing. We got great coaches and everybody here that kind of keep us focused, and we got a lot going in the game plan. So I just try to focus on that just like I would every week and like I did last week and the week before and really all season.
Okay, next question will go to Zolt Kon.
Hey, Kendall. It's Zolt from Hungary. How are you doing right now?
I'm good, man. In the Super Bowl. Oops.
Great,
Super
great.
Bowl.
Well, Kendall, you haven't had too much play time during the regular season, but in the playoffs, when the team needed you the most, you stepped up and have them win. What do you think? Where will you be in 5 years? And what role do you think you will have in the future? What are your goals?
Man, that's so far ahead, 5 years, man, to talk about where I would be at. And really just to answer your question, I can't tell you. I know I'm just kind of focused on this week. Not kind of, I am focused on this week. As you know, it's a big game, the biggest game I've ever played in my life. So really, if I'm looking past that, I'm not where I need to be mentally in preparations for this game. So I'm just kind of locked in on this Super Bowl and doing what I need to do to help this team win as best I know how. And I'll handle next year and 5 years from now after all of this. So
Next question will come from Rob Collins.
Hey, Kendall, hope you're doing well. Coming to you from Kansas City.
My guy.
Well, we just talked to your dad and your high school coach earlier today, and they were talking about, how cool it was to see you in the Super Bowl. Just reflect back on your time, if you will, back in Blue Springs South and, making your way through Blue Springs South, Missouri to now, and the journey it's been for you and how proud you are. And why is your dad not going to come out to LA for the Super Bowl, man?
And you hit me with a whole bunch of questions. Which one of my coaches did you talk to?
Your head coach at Blue Springs South.
The basketball or football?
Football.
Football?
Yeah.
So, okay. Coach Oder was my head coach. He's not there anymore. But yeah, that's my guy. So what's up, Coach Oder? If you see this, what up? And all my other coaches at South, I love y'all. Reflect on my journey from there till now, man. First and foremost, I just want to thank God for everything that I've been through. There's so much that's happened that, that maybe I'll write a book about later in life. It's just been a lot of ups and downs. I wasn't highly recruited. I wasn't a highly touted player even at Missouri. And, as a lot of people know, I went undrafted coming in here. So my whole mindset, my whole life has just been work for everything that I have, everything that, every opportunity, and be ready for the opportunity. So it's kind of been my mentality through this whole process as well. And I'm thankful for it, man. I'm thankful for going undrafted. I'm thankful for my time in Mizzou, my time at Blue Springs South, and obviously I'm thankful for being on this team in this position that I'm in right here, right now. It's just a blessing, and that's kind of the quick version. But
share another story with me.
I'm thankful.
This is my beat.
Next question will go to Claudio Gestro. Oh. Claudia, where'd you go?
Claudia, I'm waiting on you.
Okay, never mind. We'll go to Ben Arnett.
Ben, my guy. See, look, familiar.
What's up, Kendall?
What's up?
Hello from mid-Missouri now, just east. You mentioned on Twitter a couple of weeks ago that you had trained here back at Mizzou in the off season. I'm curious, why you felt like that was the best place to train in the off season and how that experience helped you when your number got called here this season.
Well, quite frankly, it's Columbia is a quiet city, especially when you're out of college, and I'm not too involved in the college life and things like that anymore. I'm not involved at all, really. But I figured it'd just be a like I said, a quiet place to just get my mind right, refocus on, my roots. Obviously, played tight end in Mizzou, so I felt comfortable there. It wasn't the coaching staff that I had there, but those guys welcomed me with open arms and, laid down a plan for me and allowed me to get treatment and lift. And I had speed training with Coach Shaw, who was there. Now he's at Arizona, I believe. It was just what I needed, man. Just like I said, just to kind of mentally reset and then obviously get back in shape and work on my fundamentals as well. They helped me out a lot, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Claudia, we'll throw it back to you.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry about the connection.
Okay.
Kendall, how close is the tight end Rune? You have stepped up very well since he'd be when providing the next man up philosophy.
Man, I like to say we're pretty close. Higbee, since I came in, again, undrafted, free agent, I never felt like I was out of place or felt like I didn't belong or anything like that because those guys welcomed me with open arms. Along with Johnny Munt, we had Gerald Everett here, who was like a big bro to me too. They kind of just showed me the game, in areas that they were good at and they excelled at. They coached me up, and in the areas that that they liked in, we all worked on those things together, and we all kind of take coaching and everything, as one. There's nobody that's too big to hear help from. Even a guy like me when I came in as a rookie. If I seen something, they would ask, "Hey, what you see here?" And we kind of go from there. And that's just kind of the relationship that we have, just to be able to talk to each other and lend that ear. We go out to eat, as tight ends and play card roulette that I lost last time. We went and played, had to pay for everybody. But, I like to say we're pretty close, man. So, just a testament to them and my success as well. I wouldn't be where I'm at, even though I haven't done much. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for those guys in the room.
Next question we'll take from Maria.
Hey, Kendall, it seems like all season that we've been talking about the fact that, the Super Bowl is going to be at SoFi, which is really your home. What has that been like? And what does it feel like now that this is actually happening for you?
Man, I've been pretty ecstatic about all of this, just really just soaking it all in day by day. But I think just the comfortability of it all, just being here at our own practice facility, going through a regular weekly routine, just trying to keep it as normal as possible, even though we know the magnitude of this game and all of that. Just the fact that we can try to make it as normal as possible, and kind of cut the outside noise out and just be us, sleeping in our own beds and things like that. That, maybe they play a factor, maybe they don't, but it just feels good. And then we know what we're getting into, what the fans are like at SoFi. Hopefully they'll be wearing a lot of Rams colors, and we just go out there and have fun when the coin is flipped and then when the ball is snapped after that. But it's exciting.
Next question we'll take from Stacy.
Hey, Kendall, as you've evolved this year, specifically with this offense, what do you consider, because we saw you just have an amazing performance just last week alone, what do you consider your greatest assets when you're out there within this offense?
My greatest assets when I'm out there? Good question. I like your enthusiasm when you came on too. You kind of woke me up a little bit.
I got you.
My greatest assets, I think first and foremost, I have a lot to work on. I think I'm a young guy out there on the field. I've been here for a couple of years, but this is really my first, everybody knows my first time really out there on the field and playing. So, but I've always prided myself on trying to be as complete a tight end as possible, whether that's in the run game, blocking whoever lines up in front of me to the best of my ability. And then when my number is called in the pass game, just making the plays that come to me. I don't know anybody who's played this game that has caught every single ball that has came to them, but that's the goal. We try to go catch everything, and that's my goal. So I just, like I said, to answer your question, I think I just try to be a complete tight end, whether that's in the run game or in the pass game, and just being there, being reliable when my number is called. I think that's what we tight ends like to pride ourselves on, just being a reliable target and a reliable player in whatever facet of the game that is needed.
We'll take our next question from Rachel.
Hi, Kendall. I'm Rachel from NFL Canada. We were just wondering what your favorite Drake song on your pregame playlist would be.
My favorite Drake song. What makes you think I got Drake on my pregame? No, I'm just playing. My favorite Drake song on my pregame playlist. My favorite Drake song, really, just for a while. I mean, he got a lot. Obviously, one of the best to ever do it. But mine got to be God's Plan. I just like the vibes of that song. It gives me. If I'm too hype, it'll mellow me out. Or if I'm, need something to get me going a little bit, that song will pick me up. And that's one of my tops. That's one of my go-tos. God's Plan.
We'll take our next question from Jake.
Hey, Kendall, how are you?
What's up, Jake?
I'm just living the life, enjoying this, man. Dude, you are in an opportunity to be thrust into that starting role this week. With Higbee potentially being out, I know it's got to be hard to prepare for that. I understand he's been kind of the starter, if you will, all season. I know you guys share snaps, and I understand that. And I heard you talking about how close the tight end room is. What is the feeling for you knowing there's a chance that you will be the starter this weekend? How are you kind of preparing knowing Higbee may be out? Because I heard Coach Sean McVay talking about they're going day to day, which means we don't know yet, and that could mean very well that you're starting.
Well, first and foremost, don't count Higbee out. He's a trooper, man. That guy, is probably one of the hardest workers I know, one of the toughest guys that I know. So, don't be surprised if and when you see Higbee out there in 89 and making plays on Sunday. But just as far as preparing to, possibly be the starter or be in that role or play a lot, whatever the case may be, I think that's something that I've always done. Since I've been here, my rookie year, just prepare like, everybody says the cliche thing, you're one player away, but, I take that to heart and I act like I'm one play away, whether that's walking through extra plays with one of the quarterbacks or getting some extra film in and asking coaches questions. I've always done that. They probably get annoyed when I'm asking them questions. Hey, what do you see here if we're doing this or that? And then I'm always talking to Higgs, man. That he has been the starter. He is the starter. So just getting his insight on how he sees the game unfold, when we're getting this look, what do you do? What's your footwork here? These things like that, man. That guy has always been a great help to me. So I'll stay in his ear and keep asking him questions, because he has that experience and he's a real good player for us. So I'll use him as much as I can. That's yeah.
We'll take our next question from Jay Skursky.
Hey, Kendall, thanks for doing this. What's it been like to play for Wes Phillips? What's he meant for your career? And is there anything about him that stands out as him being a coach's son? Obviously, his dad, was a longtime coach.
Well, anything that stands out, I mean, he's a great coach. So whatever his great grandparents did that's in their bloodline for all of them to be great coaches, maybe I need to learn something and get it from them just in case I want to get into the coaching game after I'm done. But he's a great coach, man. Just the energy that he brings to the room every day. I don't think he's ever really had a bad day, and I know people do, but I've never got that vibe from him in the tight end room. He's always ready to go, always ready to coach. And he's very detailed, so which is something that I've always needed. I've always looked for in a coach, just somebody that's detailed, that is willing to answer questions and get things straight when if things don't make sense to us. He'll find a way to make it make sense. And I'm just thankful that he's been patient with me. I might not be, I don't know, but I'm just thankful that he's patient with me and has coached me the way he has. And whether that's hard or whatever it is, I appreciate him coaching me.
We'll take our
yeah.
Sorry, Kendall. We'll take our next question from Jordan Rodriguez.
What's up, Kendall? How you doing?
Fantastic. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks, man. I know you work a lot, obviously, mostly with Wes Phillips, but in individuals and pass catching stuff with the quarterbacks. What's Yarbs like to be around, and what's he like at practice when he's like really into it?
Oh man, I think you're asking me the question because you know what Yarbs is like, man. That guy's that's another guy who's never had a bad day. I've been here for been around the team for 3 years, and that guy is, I mean, just the same guy every day. You know, somebody who's just bought into this game and to this system, and just energetic. You know, just you can always hear Yarbs. You know where he's at. He gonna make you smile, and even if you don't want to smile, that's just who Yarbs is. So you know, you asked me the question because you know Yarbs is a great guy, and that's what I'm gonna tell you too.
Thanks, Kendall.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take our next question from John.
Hey, Kendall. I work for Sports Spectrum. We cover sports and faith. And just judging from what I've seen on social media and you talking on TV, faith is really important to you. Can you tell us a little bit about your faith, why it's important to you, and just how it helps you?
100%, man. If when I sit here and really think about it, I get to crying on camera, and you know, I don't want to do that, but I know God has brought me a long way, and none of this would be possible without him, man. Just the way things have been going, the way things have played out my entire life, you couldn't have written this any better. And I know that all of this stuff was orchestrated by him. And everything that I do, you know, my hashtag, my motto is look at God. You know, it's easy for us as players to, you know, I never want to get big headed, you know, no matter how many plays I make and all these things, I don't really want people to look at me or whatever. I just know that I wouldn't be here without God. So when I say hashtag look at God, I mean, just he gets all the attention and all the glory, and I'm thankful for him and his plan, which is why I say I'm thankful to go undrafted. I'm thankful to you know, sit behind people and learn for these last 3 years and be in the positions that I've been in throughout my life and football. You know, it's just, I think it's all brought me here and put me in the position where I'm at in this moment today. So I'm just thankful and I'm blessed, and God means everything to me. Without him, there is none of this.
Next question we'll take from Christian T from No Huddle.
Hi, Kendall. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Thanks. Do you think that if you won the battle of the line, you have the game in your pocket?
I apologize. Can you ask me that question one more time?
Do you think that if you win the battle of the line, you have the game in your pocket, near to win the game?
Do I think if we won the battle of the line, we would have the game in our pocket?
Yes.
I believe football is an imperfect game. So, you know, a lot of things have to play out right for us to win the game, or things like that. And as we know, the Bengals are a great team. You know, you look at their last couple of games, regardless of what the score has been in the first quarter, at half, or even in the third quarter, they're never out of it. So, you know, they're a team that we're going to have to, you know, play hard for 4 quarters. And, you know, that's what we want in the Super Bowl, to play a complete game. And that's what we're going to have to do. It's not, I don't know when the game is going to be decided or how it's going to be decided, but I know it's not going to be easy playing the team that we play against on Sunday.
We'll take our next question from Christian G.
How's it going, Kendall?
Good. How you doing?
Good, man. Just wondering, you know, what are you going to expect on Sunday? Obviously, it's a big game for you. You've had a long road to get here. Just what are your thoughts going into Sunday, and what do you expect?
My thoughts are, let's have some fun and play football, man. At the end of the day, we're getting paid to play a game that we started off playing as children, you know, for fun. So I'm just in this, you know, I'm in this to have some fun and obviously go win, but I'm not making this any bigger than it needs to be in my head or anything like that. You know, I don't perform well when I make it bigger than it needs to be. I'm excited to go out there and have fun with my teammates and compete and let the ball roll where it may. But just looking forward to a fun, competitive football game, man, and you know, with a great atmosphere and in a big game. And you know, that's really all I can ask for.
We'll take our next question from Mike.
Hey, Kendall, you've talked a lot about staying ready for a moment like this, but realistically, how tough is that to do when you're getting so few actual game reps during the regular season?
How tough is that to do when you're getting, I mean, That's a good question. I believe, the thing is, the coaches always say, when you're not in it, you're in a backup role, or you're further down the depth chart, is just getting mental reps. I've been a visual learner my whole life, which is why, a couple of questions ago, I give credit to God. I think it's how I learn. So just for me to be in a position that I'm in, where I've been able to watch and see guys in front of me like Higbee and like Gerald Everett and Johnny Munt, those guys for the past couple of years, work, how they play, the different techniques, the different hand styles, or how they block and things like that, and just added to my game. I think it's added a lot, and it's helped me out a lot, and it's, helped me be ready for games like this and games like last week and so on and so forth. So just a lot of mental reps, and then, working on my own, going over the scripts, if it's walking through in my apartment or in the parking lot, or having my mom go with me to a middle school and she's reading off the play calls, and we're walking through in the grass, just always trying to be ready for my moment when it comes. And that's just what I try to do. So just to stay focused in that way. Is there a lot of ups and downs? Yes, but this is what I chose to do. This is what I love to do. So I'm gonna give it my all any chance I can, and that's how I stay ready.
We'll take our next question from Andrew.
Hey, Kendall, thanks for doing this.
I appreciate it, man. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I just wanted to ask you, I know it takes a lot of long days to get to this point, and with Kevin O'Connell just being a teacher and leader in some of these offensive meetings you guys are in, what's he like as a communicator, and what can Vikings fans expect in their next head coach?
Man, a great guy. Kevin's my guy, man. Since day one, I can't remember, man. It's felt like we've had him forever. So I think he came in last year, was his first year, and if I'm wrong, somebody correct me. But I think he came in last year, and just talking to him and picking his brain and learning how he sees the game and things like that, man. Vikings fans, be ready. He's a great guy. I think you're gonna have a great head coach. Somebody that's gonna give you his all day in and day out. And a lot like I said with Wes and Yarbs, this guy is the same every day. He's a light in the room, great personality, and a great coach. So. And he wouldn't have got the job if he wasn't a great coach. So it's just a testament to him. Congratulations to him. And he's gonna help us in this game as well. So I'm thankful for Coach O'Connell, Kev. I appreciate him.
Okay, we'll throw it over to Julian for the next question.
Hey, congrats on making the Super Bowl. My question is going to be about staying ready in the moment and your elevated role potentially with Higbee being out. How excited are you, and what's your biggest challenge of keeping it down to just one game despite it being the biggest game of your life?
Yes, this is the biggest game that I've played in, the biggest game of my life, as you stated it. But I mean, I can't, like I keep saying, I can't let it be any different than it has been the last couple of weeks, months, years. Just take it day by day, man. I really can't look past today, man. I got to be great in practice. I got to be great in walkthroughs and things like that. And if I'm checking off these boxes and going day by day, I know I'll be ready for whatever happens on Sunday and however it plays out. But I just can't let it be any bigger than I make it, man. So that's how I answer that question.
We'll take our next question from Gabriel.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Doing all right. So I love how you base a lot of, your time, your grind, and your hard work on God. Just kind of, talk more on how that faith aspect of your play really put you in the position that you are today.
Well, during every game, I talk to God throughout every play. I know if He's with me, I can't fail. And whatever that is, whatever that looks like, however it turns out, I know it's not a failure. As long as He's with me, I know I'll be successful in whatever aspect of life I'm in. So, like I say, I wouldn't be here without Him. The fact that I'm even sitting in this chair and y'all even want to talk to me is just a testament to God and how far He's brought me. Because there was a few weeks ago, nobody knew who I was and nobody really cared, and that's fine. And I know that's just God and His timing and His plan, which is why, you know, I'll continue and I will always give Him all the credit and all the glory. You know, as long as He sees me, it doesn't matter if anybody else does. I'm just thankful for that, and I'm thankful for Him day in and day out.
And we'll take our last question from Rob Collins.
Hey, Kendall, again from Kansas City. I just wanted to ask you about your father. He played for the Kansas City Chiefs. What did you learn from him about being an NFL player and all the lessons you share? Because, you know, you're in a unique situation where you grew up with a person who could give you all that NFL expertise.
Man, I've said in an interview before, my dad has always showed that tough love, you know, just, you know, regardless, you know, I played basketball for a long time, so I always tell basketball stories. If I have a great game in basketball, he'll always talk about, you know, whether it's a missed free throw or I fouled this guy in this time, and, you know, we could have won the game by this, or you're the reason, you know, you cost us this game, and here's how here's what we got to do to get better. You know, I can go out and I've never done this, but if I was to ever be a running back and rush for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns, he'd be like, man, you let that little dude bring you down at the 6-yard line, man. Otherwise, you could have had, you know, 300 yards, you know, things like that. But just as far as my work ethic, big testament to him, man. He taught me how to work out. He taught me how to work out, how to be a pro, and just what it takes to even get an opportunity to be at this level. You know, he would sit on my bed at 5:30 in the morning and turn on all my lights and make me get up. And he would have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on a napkin, and I eat that, and we go work out, and teach me how to bench press and cardio, riding this bike. And he had a whole workout plan, and then we'd go run hills. And I mean, just day in and day out, that's what it was until it became a habit for me, to where I felt bad, or I felt like I wasted a day if I didn't go up and do something. And I mean, that's how I am to this day. If I don't feel like if I don't get up and do something, you know, related to football or being in shape or getting in shape and things like that, I feel like I wasted a day. And that's just kind of mentality that he instilled in me. And you know, I'm thankful for my dad, man. So.
Awesome, Kendall. Well, thank you. We appreciate your time today. And thank you, everyone, for joining the session.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. I appreciate y'all. God bless. Supposed to fit in a 3-syllable word. Dang.
It's okay. We'll get you next time, Kendall.
Next time. You got one for me? Help me out. I'm blanking. Stupendous?
You're perplexed on this.
I am perplexed. That's not perplexed. Is that 3 syllables?
No, I think that was your 2-syllable syllable.
I did say that earlier today. Oh, well, I blame my glandular problem. God bless.